Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Bobbie, and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And today I want to do a reading about Elon Musk. I was sitting outside meditating, and he just popped in my mind, and I started to wonder, what's his agenda? That was a terrible shuffle. I started thinking, what's his agenda? What's his end goal? Okay, so here he is. He's like the world's richest person. He owns SpaceX and has government contracts. He owns Tesla. He also now owns Twitter. And on Twitter, he's been putting out a lot of disinformation and allowing a lot of disinformation on the platform. And he has this new alliance with Trump. And I want to get to the bottom of what's Elon Musk's end game. What is he trying to do? What's his game plan? Is he some nefarious Dr. Evil who's going to blow up the moon or whatever it was that he was going to do on Austin Powers?
Mr. President, after I destroy Washington, D.C., I will destroy another major city every hour on the hour. That is, unless, of course, you pay me $100 billion.
I'm just really curious. So I was meditating, and I started getting these downloads of what I thought, of what I think is going on. And then I came in and I started flipping through these cards, and I got these cards that literally told me a story. So I decided I'm going to grab my camera, turn it on, and do a proper reading to get the energy on Elon Musk. And I really just want to focus on what's his future goal. What is his plan? We know he's going to be part of the Trump administration. What is his end goal? Is he here for good? Is he going to do something good and positive? Or is he here to create chaos and be destructive? So let's find out, shall we? As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, do your own research, blah, blah, blah. This is just tarot. This isn't facts. This isn't news. Please be kind to one another and me in the comments, and let's just all be nice humans. Okay. Okay. So we're starting off with a world card. This can be interpreted a couple different ways. First thing this could be is this is the card of completion. So this is a cycle being completed, a goal being accomplished. This is the completion of something finishing. It's the world. It's completely fully realized. The other thing, though, that this could mean is his desire for power or control over the world, over the globe. And, that could look like a lot of different things. That could be, he's already conquered the world financially. He's the world's richest man. Okay? So what else is there? What else is there once you get to that point? The Knight of Swords is what's blocking him. So Knight of Swords is someone who is really manipulative, but it's also someone who's self-conscious. It's manipulative, but self-conscious. I feel like this is coming. This is Elon's energy. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen what Elon Musk used to look like when he started PayPal. If you haven't seen, I'll put a photo in here so you can see the before and after. Okay, look at Elon Musk. This guy obviously had a glow up, but he clearly had to have been self-conscious, not because he looked bad, but because he changed his look so dramatically. And if you are confident and comfortable with yourself, you don't change your looks that dramatically. So we understand that he has to be self-conscious, but he's also this he's manipulative. He's very, very smart. You can't get to where he is without being a genius. He's very, very smart, and he knows he got where he is by by being smart, but also I think by manipulating people. And I don't think he manipulates people through like, it's not like he's persuasive or charismatic. It's not like that. Like, he doesn't mentally do it. He manipulates them through technology. He understands technology and he knows how to use it against people. I said in one of my readings before, I think Elon Musk has something on Donald Trump. And that's what created that connection. Like, it gave Elon Musk the upper hand to say, hey, I have this on you, so you're going to do some things for me. Okay, let's keep going. So we have this Page of Wands energy. Okay, so Page of Wands, this is all about being like really energetic, really enthusiastic. This is someone who has like kind of a visionary, right? I feel like this is Elon's energy when he started out. He was really enthusiastic, and I think he had like really good ideas, and he definitely, you know, is a visionary, and I think he wanted to see some positive changes for the world. I think he was heading in the right direction as far as renewable energy, and just there's so many things. I think of like the SpaceX program, right, and how different that was from NASA. If you look at like the NASA rocket program and then you look at SpaceX, just the complete difference in technology. So that comes from someone, that has to come from someone who's very like smart, very passionate, and very enthusiastic. So sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. My dogs have decided that now's the time to wrestle, so just ignore them. Anyway, so I feel like this was his energy. This is where he came from. I think he came from very good intentions. Now, his parents were, his father, I don't know the story of his family, but I know that like they were very well connected, or they knew people, or they were very affluent or something. So there could be some nefarious stuff going on in his background that kind of sets him up for this. I don't know. We'll have to see in the cards, but I think that even if that's there, I think that deep in his heart, what inspired him to do the work that he's done originally came from this very good place. It's very interesting that we keep getting this page energy. So Page of Pentacles, this is like the counterpart, but this is the financial aspect of it. This is the financial success. Like, this is the thought and this is the idea, and then this is it coming to fruition and having the money to show for it. The pentacles are it's money, it's your coins, it's your stability, your foundation. So he started with this idea, and then he's ending up over here. He has this money, and the money, I think, is what changed him. So I think the richer he got, the more he changed in who he is, like in his soul. Okay. So we have the Six of Cups reversed. So Six of Cups reversed is like romanticizing the past. So he's actively trying to capture some aspect of the past that he is making bigger or better in his mind than it actually was. Okay. So, and I'm wondering if this is tying in with the Make America Great Again slogan of Trump, because that is also very much that feeling of like romanticizing a past that honestly truly didn't exist. You know, the times when they say America was so great were times when they talk about, you know, oh, well, we were a rich company. Yeah, because we had slaves that were doing the work for nothing. It's like we were never, there's always been issues. It's never been, you know, I mean, America's great. Don't get me wrong. But like this whole idea of, oh, we're going to go back to the golden age. There wasn't ever really a golden age. There just hasn't been. So I feel like there's something in that MAGA ideology that is appealing to Elon right now. I don't know if it's like the ideas of bringing America back to something. I don't know if it's just something that Elon can just manipulate. But he is, so this card position, this is what you're actively seeking. This is what you're actively working towards. So Elon is actively working towards this. So I feel like this is that romanticizing the past. He's actively working to get back or to get into this. And I feel like this is MAGA. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. This is in the place of what you don't see coming. And this is a change in luck. And this is not a good change in luck. This is a change in luck for the negative, for the worse. This is misfortune. And this is also unrest. So we're going to get more cards to clarify. I'm really curious to know what the misfortune and the unrest is tying to. Is it going to be Elon's misfortune, or is it going to be the misfortune of those affected by something? Unrest. Who's going to have the unrest? Is Elon going to have the unrest, or is he going to cause unrest? Okay, so we're going to slide these over, and we're just going to kind of keep building, okay? So the next thing we're going to look at is the energy that he's putting out. So this is interesting that he got the Hierophant reversed. So the Hierophant reversed is like someone who's definitely very like unorthodox, someone who thinks outside the box, someone who's very different. This can be someone who's actually kind of like a bohemian feeling, but this is very much Elon Musk's energy. He is very unorthodox. He does things very different. He thinks outside the box, and doesn't conform. So I think that's pretty accurate. The next card is the environment that he's in. He's in this Four of Pentacles environment. The Four of Pentacles is grasping for stability. It is yearning for stability. It is having your pentacles and guarding them and hoarding them and holding them so tight so they won't go anywhere. So he's hoarding money. It's become an obsession for him to accumulate wealth, and it's become like an addiction. And even though he already has more wealth than he can ever spend, it's become this like obsession for him to see how much wealth he can accumulate. That is where his mindset is right now. His mindset is focused on one thing and one thing only, and it's money. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. His fear is getting caught. There's something going on. His fear is him being found out and held accountable. There's something going on, but he has so much money and he feels like he's above the law. Because he probably is, honestly. With the amount of money he has, he probably is above the law. The outcome is the Seven of Wands. This is a battle. This is fighting. This can be resistance and opposition. So he's going to face some kind of resistance or opposition. Okay. Now that we have the general energy for this, we're going to slide it over a little bit more. I don't want to put these away because I think I might want to refer back to this energy. I always seem to want to do that, and then I've put my cards away. So we'll just make room, and here we go. Okay. How do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and do this deck. This is a pretty big one, so I'm going to separate it. Okay, so I just want information on what is Elon's end game. What is his goal? What is he trying to accomplish? We understand that he's trying to accumulate money. We've got that, okay. And he's, staying above the law. But we know his luck is going to change. What does that mean? Is that his luck or is that our luck? And this resistance and opposition. What is that? Okay. So let's just see what cards want to come out. I'm just going to kind of shuffle and keep pulling cards until I just feel like there's enough to tell the story, okay? So I'm not going to pick any set number. We're just going to go with this. Okay, so What can we know about Elon Musk? What do we need to know to be ready and prepared? What information can we know about Elon Musk and his ultimate plans? Okay, we have gaslighting. We have rival. We have a white collar crime. We have world leader. And if you're ever curious to know what decks I'm using, go to the description box down below, click on the link to my website, and you can find all of the decks I use there, as well as links to buy the decks. This is Donald Trump. He just came out in the reading. Okay, guys, I'm going to keep going. I just feel like there's more cards. I feel like these need to go. Health risk strategy, corrupt politician. Okay, are there any final cards that want to come out? Any final cards that need to come out for this message? Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, so there's a lot here. So let's take a peek and see what we have. So the first thing that I want to point out is we have honest politician and we have corrupt politician. Okay, I feel like this is talking about there is no good side or bad side. There's no right side or wrong side. Both sides are corrupt. Okay, there is no such thing as, like, there isn't one side that's honest and one side that's corrupt. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're like both involved. They're both involved in whatever's going on. This goes much deeper than Elon Musk and Trump. This is like Elon Musk with the government. And I think a lot of it has to do with his relationship with the Department of Defense because of what he's doing with Starlink and SpaceX. Okay. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I think that's the first thing, right? And rival goes with this because I think that they're both fighting. They're the same thing. Both sides are terrible, but they're fighting within each other. Okay, and we're seeing the fallout in the world and with like the elections and with people and with everything that's going on. We're seeing the fallout from like the people that are behind the scenes, the people that are really pulling the strings, right? Because we know that these people are just the fronts. There are bigger fish. There's the JP Morgans, the Rockefellers, those families. We know who they are, the elite 1% that are running everything. Get your tinfoil hat on, guys. Again, this is all my opinion, alleged, blah, blah, blah. But they're the ones who are really in charge, that are really pulling the strings, okay? So we need to like keep that in perspective. So this is definitely very much bigger than just Trump and Elon. Okay. So this is very much has to do with Elon's relationship with the government. So remember how I said Starlink? He's got the Starlink communications they use all over. That's what the link is, bringing him in. It's how much he's connected to the Department of Justice. Okay. So that's how he is tied in. The other thing that we have going on with Elon is this microchip. So we all know that he had that Neuralink chip that he implanted into someone's brain recently, like within the last couple years, year or two. And I think he wants to see more of that. I think they're going to like talk about how it's going to be this really great thing. Okay, you guys, I'm getting a really weird download. I'm just going to tell you, we're just going to roll with it, okay? So I'm almost feeling like the ultimate plan, and this sounds so like conspiracy theorist. And when people used to say like Bill Gates wants to put chips in people, and I used to think like that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And here I am, I'm about to say, I think Elon Musk wants to put chips in people. I feel like a lunatic saying that, but I do. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna position it as like it's this thing that can keep you healthy. So they're gonna say like it can alert when there's something physically wrong with you, if you are having like a health issue or whatever, like to catch things before they happen. And they're gonna position it as it's this like medical breakthrough. But ultimately, it's this way of getting into people's brains and having a way to track people. It's nuts. This is totally nuts. Okay, so that's, I think, kind of a lot of what Elon's MO is. Okay, now let's look at his situation with Trump. We know that Elon Musk and Trump just recently had a phone call with Vladimir Putin. So Trump is the president-elect, but he is not currently the president. And Elon Musk, why is Elon Musk having conversations with Putin? We know he does. We know he has. We also know that since Trump left office, he's had at least 7 conversations with Putin. What's going on? Are they strategizing? And what are they? What's the strategy? What's going on? This is like a teaming up. And it's going to be Putin, Musk, Trump. Yeah. That's very much what it's going to be. And I think what this Wheel of Fortune is I think that this Wheel of Fortune is the luck's going to change, and we are going to see this. This is going to reveal this stuff. So this stuff that's been going on, this gaslighting, this media circus, this distracting, all of these things that they've been doing, it's all going to be exposed. That's what that Wheel of Fortune is. It's going to be exposed. Now, we have some other things going on here. And one of the things that I'm really looking at is there are, again, tinfoil hat time, you guys. There's a lot of talk about the elite being very much into Jeffrey Epstein type activities, okay? I feel like there's a connection, and I feel like this goes back. I don't think Elon, well, no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say I don't think Elon Musk is involved in it as an adult, but he very well could be. But I think he, as a child, had some kind of encounters, whether and this is, again, all alleged, my, downloads, whatever, but I don't know if because of his parents, if he was exposed to that he was aware that was something that happens in the world, that he was either exposed to it or he witnessed it through the elite people that his family ran with. So that's something else that I think has impacted Elon and has like kind of skewed his way of thinking. Oh, this paper trail, this goes with this gaslighting. They're leaving evidence, they're leaving a paper trail, and that's how they're going to be exposed. That's how we're going to find out what's going on, because there's going to be Elon Musk is book smart, but he's not street smart. Like he's not the smartest guy when it comes to that stuff. Well, he's smart, he's just not sharp. You know what I mean? And there's going to be, and Trump is not very sharp at all. So they're going to leave evidence and it's going to come out. And I think ultimately when things come out, it's going to be, I don't know. I just feel like there's not going to be good times for the U.S. I don't want to get all like doomsday-ish and stuff, but I mean, I do feel like we have a lot of things that are controlling. I do think that we are going to find out, you know, that this stuff runs so deep. All of those things that people used to say like were conspiracies, that I thought were conspiracies, they're all, I think we're going to find little nuggets of truth in all of them. We know our food is poisoned. Let's be real. Why are there so many contrails in the sky? I mean, that they tell us they're called contrails. Some people say chemtrails. Why? We know they do weather manipulation. How do they do weather manipulation? Probably through chemtrails. Big pharma's involved. Corporations are involved. It's all about money. It's all about money. Everything we know is counterfeit. It's not real. It is not real. And you know what? This is interesting because Elon Musk is very much a proponent for people having more kids. He's always talking about it. He keeps saying like, we're not having enough kids. There's not going to be enough people. We're having like a population crisis. He's always talking about population crisis, population crisis. So it's interesting that we got depopulation. I wonder what that's about. I wonder what that connection is. That's really interesting. Okay, I'm going to move these out of the way, and then I'm going to pull a few of the Gypsy Oracle cards, and then we are going to call this one done. Okay, you guys. So we're just going to do a few of these Gypsy Oracle cards. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Elon? What are your thoughts on these cards? Let me know. Oh, and if you haven't already liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my algorithms and all the things, you know. Helps my channel out. If you haven't subscribed already, too, click the little subscribe thingy down below. Okay? Okay. I want final energy for Elon Musk. Any final messages that the universe has that wants to give to us about Elon Musk. Okay. So any final information that would be helpful for us to know about Elon Musk. Okay. Any final cards? Any final cards? We have pleasure seekers. We have love. And we have gift. So we know he's a pleasure seeker. He's going to put his wants, his pleasures, his desires before anything else. And we already know, remember we talked at the beginning about how his goal is to amass wealth. It's that obsession. And I think it stems from, obviously, you know, it's that lack of love. It's that lack of, we had that he was that self-conscious energy. I think it's this lack of self-love, this lack of liking himself that puts him in this energy of just constantly seeking something to fulfill him. But it's never going to be enough, because the only thing that can fulfill anyone is self-love, to love themselves. And I really feel like Elon is so far from loving himself that It's just sad. It's really sad. Okay, you guys, what do you think? I don't know. I think Elon is a little bit nefarious, and I think we need to keep our eyes on him. For sure. For sure. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me one last time. If you are interested in any of the decks I use, click on the description box down below, and there is a link to my website where you will find all of the decks that I use. And if you have not yet subscribed, click that little circle right there on the screen so that you can subscribe and never miss another one of my videos. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.